The RPG-7 is one of those weapons that refuses to disappear. You can spot it in modern conflicts, old footage, and even today's news reports. It's a symbol of warfare that has survived for more than 60 years. And the strange part is this: it still works almost exactly the way it did when it first appeared. Armies have built laser-guided missiles, advanced anti-tank rockets, and modern launchers with smart sensors. But the RPG-7 keeps showing up, doing the same job, and doing it well enough that soldiers on every side still fear it. The reason goes far deeper than cheap and simple. The RPG-7 remains effective because it combines old-school reliability with battlefield flexibility that even expensive modern systems struggle to match. The first thing that makes the RPG-7 so effective is that it almost never stops working. It's built from thick steel tubes, oversized firing pins, and a rugged grip system that can take dust, heat, mud, and bad handling without failing. Soldiers in deserts, jungles, and frozen mountains all say the same thing. The RPG works in places where expensive launchers choke. You don't need perfect maintenance. You don't need delicate electronics. You don't need batteries. You load the rocket, aim, pull the trigger, and it fires. That level of dependability makes it perfect for militias, guerrilla fighters, and small armies that don't have money for spare parts or high-tech systems. The weapon's design is so simple that some fighters clean it with sticks and old rags, and it still fires without complaint. But durability is only part of the story. What really makes the RPG-7 dangerous is its huge variety of warheads. Modern launchers often fire one or two types of rockets. The RPG can fire dozens. There are anti-tank rounds, anti-personnel rounds, thermobaric rounds, bunker-busting rounds, smoke rounds, and even airburst designs. This means a single launcher can do almost anything: knock out a vehicle, clear a trench, collapse a wall, disable a patrol, or push back infantry. In a fight, that flexibility is priceless. Fighters don't have to carry multiple specialized weapons. They carry one and swap the warhead depending on the target. That alone keeps the RPG relevant in modern combat zones where threats change every minute. The weapon's firing style is another reason it stays effective. The rocket accelerates after it leaves the launcher, so the backblast is low enough to fire from tight corners, windows, or urban streets. Modern anti-tank weapons often blast so much gas backwards that the shooter must stand in open space, giving their position away. The RPG can be fired from behind a wall or inside a room, and many fighters use it for quick ambushes, where the shooter fires and disappears before anyone can react. In close-range urban warfare, this makes the RPG incredibly hard to counter. Accuracy is better than most people think. At short distances, under 100 meters, the RPG-7 is deadly accurate in trained hands. The rocket drops over distance, but in the environments where it's actually used, city streets, mountain passes, forests, it rarely needs long-range precision. Most attacks happen at close range, often within 50 meters. The RPG's sights are simple, but they work, and the weapon has enough stability to land a hit if the user has even basic training. Many soldiers who have faced it up close describe the same thing. A sudden flash, a fast roar, and an impact that arrives almost instantly. The RPG-7 also has something that high-tech weapons don't. It's disposable in spirit, even though the launcher isn't. If a militia loses one or breaks one, they usually have another nearby. They're produced in massive numbers across dozens of countries. That makes them cheap to buy, cheap to replace, and always available. When a conflict breaks out anywhere in the world, from the Middle East to Africa to Eastern Europe, the RPG is already there in large numbers. It's a weapon that spreads faster than most armies can prepare for. And then there's the psychological effect. Tanks and vehicles know that even outdated RPG warheads can still punch through armor from the sides or rear. Soldiers in patrols know the blast radius can tear through walls and cover. Even if a modern tank survives an RPG hit, the shock, fire, and concussive blast can injure the crew inside. No one wants to be in the path of a rocket that powerful, especially when it can be fired from almost any direction. The weapon's biggest strength might be that it does not rely on perfect conditions. Advanced systems need training, logistics, and support. The RPG needs none of that. It rewards creativity. Fighters can hide with it, move with it, and strike with it in ways that high-tech launchers cannot. For many groups, it's the closest thing to having artillery in your hands. So why is the RPG-7 still so effective today? Because it hits the perfect balance of reliability, firepower, and flexibility. It works in any environment. It accepts a huge range of warheads. It can ambush anything from tanks to infantry. It's cheap enough for anyone to buy, simple enough for anyone to fire, and powerful enough to shape the outcome of battles. Armies keep inventing new launchers, but none of them have replaced what the RPG-7 offers. It's not just a weapon, it's a tool that fits almost every kind of fight.